What's up, world? This is We Need a Fifth. This your man Mo. I'm a man Hill in the building.
Yo, what's up, yo?
I'm a man P in the building. First off, before we get started, I want to say a happy belated my brother over here. You know,
Nah, man, don't be doing that live age, man. Happy to make 48.
yeah, man, that's it. Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club.
I want to win. Two more, actually.
Oh, geezers.
Two more they got to get to 48. Feels good. I ain't going to hold you.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I hope you had a happy birthday and was able to enjoy your day.
Definitely.
I know you guys were checking for the WNBA finals, and unless you were under a rock somewhere in Virginia, you guys know that the New York Liberty were able to take it in five. And not to toot my own horn, but I think I called that they would take it in five.
Yes, yeah.
Credit well deserved.
So start calling me Mostradamus.
Yes. That's a good
hey.
call.
But they didn't take it without some controversy, and I think it's something that we've spoken on in the past as far as with the WNBA. The officiating became an issue in this finals between the Lynx and the Liberty. The Lynx coach pretty much said that the championship was stolen from them because of officiating, and she was very upset about that. Now, I've believed that the officiating throughout the playoffs, throughout the season, has been consistently inconsistent. There are some games where they allowed them to play physical, some games where they were calling every touch foul imaginable. First, let me ask, what is your take on the Lynx coach's, accusation that, hey, the championship was stolen from them because of that questionable call at the end of Game 5? I believe it was against Collier, if I'm not mistaken. And I might be off on who committed the foul or who they gave the foul to. But I know Breanna Stewart was fouled and basically allowed them to, secure a championship.
Well, it's always going to be sour grapes when you lose. If you review that play, I would be irate first. Bree egregiously walked.
Yeah.
That was the call right there. You walked. Possibly fumbled the ball and went into a charge, which ended up being called a block. There's some to it there. However, Game 5, here at home, Liberty hasn't won one. I'm a cynic. I think the league at some point wants the Liberty to get there one way. So I can understand that. Does she have a gripe? Sure. That.
But I feel like it was consistent because in Game 4, you had a similar call go against the Liberty where their point guard, the Lynx point guard, was able to secure a win in Game 4. Last play of the game, I think Breanna Stewart gets a ticky-tack foul, a touch foul, questionable touch foul, and the Lynx were able to win it. So in that regard, I feel like, each team got one on questionable calls. That's what I felt.
But if you're going to be consistently inconsistent, you have to adjust if you see how this is the way the refs are going to be playing. I mean, it sucks, but it's going to be up to the player. And however it falls, it falls. I didn't particularly like the bang call, but something had to be called. Their bodies dropped. I don't know. I skew towards the home team when it comes to that. So I wasn't too upset with it. I just didn't like it. Call was made. You put the onus on her to make the 2 free throws, which she just finished missing 2. Went into overtime. Then you let the chips fall. In regards to the coach, you can't have their arguably second or maybe third best player go 1 for 18 or 19, and you still not close that game out though. I don't see how the Liberty wins with her doing that.
Yeah.
So that's on your team as well too to take advantage of that. You lost.
You mentioned Sabrina Ionescu. She's was the player that he's talking about going 1 for 18. What do we think about where she's at now? I mean, she won a chip, so
Gets erased. Had a bad game. Like it gets erased because she's good. She made plays off the ball. She had some drop downs which were beneficial for them at the end, and you won. You had a stinker, and it's gone. You won a chip. She loses that game. There's 2 consecutive years in which you don't have the stones to do this when it's needed.
All right.
Jacqueline Jones needs some respect on her name.
Oh yeah,
for bringing them to that. I think it's just overlooking her. We're not, but I mean, we'll say like for us, I think it'll be like, yo, Sabrina Ionescu just hasn't been able to do it on the big stage yet, barring that big shot. That's how we feel. I think speaking for all of us, but Jacqueline and off the bench, you got to pull me her name. She had clutch 13, 14 points. That was also brought them to
Natalia
to the finish line as well too. So
Jonquel Jones, she's well deserved of the MVP.
She's a very good player.
Yeah, and she was consistent. Like, hey, they knew what they were getting from Jonquel every game, and she showed up every game.
And the 3 balls in her arsenal too. Like, everything is in there.
Yeah,
like, man, God.
Yeah. Talk about Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Kalia, the 2 superstars in the finals. They started their own league, the Unrivaled League, going to be starting in January. They partnered up with TNT, so you'll be able to see it there. And they've introduced some of the names of the teams that'll be participating in the Rival League. You got the Mist, the Lunar Owls, the Phantoms, the Rose, the Vinyl, and the last one, the Lacers. Team names. Do y'all like these team names?
Who plays in these in this league? Are they professionals or are they amateurs?
They're professionals. It's, mostly from the WNBA.
Interesting.
I think the major names that haven't signed up for it yet are Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson.
They all get paid as a winner take all?
No, everybody gets paid. Everybody gets 6-figure salaries at least. Some go up to $1 million. Like rumors are out there that, hey, they've offered Caitlin Clark up to $1 million to participate.
So you snub your nose at the WNBA?
I don't know if it's a snub.
I mean,
because the leagues, it's off season. It's not, they're not trying to compete with the WNBA. Let me say that.
But your primary job would be the WNBA,
where you're getting the most of your players. Yes,
right. Your most money would be this league. So, I mean, do you leave the WNBA? If not, if that's your number one job, what if you get hurt on this?
Yeah. I mean, it could be a genius plan by Brianna and Nafisa because now WNBA you have to increase the salaries. Mm-hmm. You have no choice, right? Because if you're giving Caitlin Clark an M, she might say, once my WNBA contract is over, I really don't need the WNBA unless y'all match their money. So I think it works. I think this league is good for the players financially if those salaries are what they are.
Right, but I'm thinking about a job or profession that's not contracted in, even if it's off season.
Oh, you're saying WNBA players wouldn't be allowed to.
Right.
No, whatchamacallit, WNBA can't do that.
Because I know Jalen Brown played in the Big Three.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I guess it's. I mean, at the end of the day, they're playing basketball. So I can't play basketball?
Yeah, that's. I'm
with the WNBA, the only rules they really have that lead to what you're saying is that the WNBA players have to be available once the preseason starts. They have to be at training camp. And so what that does is a lot of the European leagues run into the beginning parts of training camp for the WNBA. So a lot of the players had to make a decision. Hey, am I going to go to Russia or England to play basketball in the off season, knowing that if I make it into the playoffs in those leagues, I'm going to be running into the training camp. And if I don't show up to training camp, I can't sign on to a WNBA team.
Right.
So this with this one, that's the only thing they have. So you can play for another league just as long as, hey, by the time training camp opens, you're there day
we
one.
have the Brianna,
know.
I mean, that Brittany Griner thing. But I was thinking like say if an NFL player said, you know what, I want to go down there and mess with Vince in the XFL, and you tear your ACL, and then NFL says, you know, some of their contracts is your contract gets ripped up. Maybe not in this situation, since you could do that. I was thinking if it's your primary job, some of these contracts would be slated towards that. But you had a good point, because Jaylen Brown does play in the Big Three. But I think is he one of the if and only ones that are active players?
That's the only one I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and Ice Cube's made statements like NBA is pretty much trying to sabotage it. So I was actually surprised he was even allowed to.
He's different, though, I think, when he writes his contracts up. You know what I mean? I think some people are probably saying, like, why would I play somewhere else besides here?
Right.
I'm good. I don't want to do that. I think it's more so individual, independent.
Jaylen Brown's definitely more of an independent thinker.
Yeah.
So I salute to Jaylen Brown. But we'll see.
Hey, guys, let us know what you thought. Did you watch the WNBA finals? What do you think about the new Unrivaled League and possibility of a 1-versus-1 tournament? Hit us up on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. And don't forget, you can hit us up at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Fellas, Major League Baseball, New York Yankees versus the LA Dodgers. Game 1 started last night. LA won in 10 innings?
Yeah, bottom of the 10th.
Los Angeles should get a movie.
Walk off.
Freddie freaking Freeman. 6-3. First, did you guys catch any of the game last night? What are your thoughts on the series as far as who do you think going to win?
I watched pretty much the entire game.
Yeah, back and forth.
I was going back and forth. I was really locked in the game.
Yeah,
I'll go to like a basketball game, a commercial, but I was locked in. I still like the Yankees. I'm rooting for the Yankees and all of that, but it was just a lot of couple of miscues, like a couple of doubles turned into triples because of outfield miscues, and all of those ended up as sac flies. Those were their 2 runs prior to Freeman's grand slam. They go ahead in the top of the 10th. I felt good that the Yankees were going to pull this off, and then Freddie Freeman, gave me the Kirk Gibson flashback, unfortunately.
First pitch down the pipe.
Yeah. That's it.
What about you, Hill?
Yeah, I think the defensive blunders kill me for missing the cutoff, stopping the ball, backhand. It was just like a lot of mistakes that killed the Yankees. But at the same time, just position hitting, the cringe moments with Judge is gonna drive me nuts. Entire series. Soto might not see a pitch.
That's Judge has to start taking this as disrespect, because they're gonna see, like you said, they already started pitching around Soto to get to you. You got to take that as disrespect.
Do you think he can work his way out of this?
Got a clean single.
Yeah, definitely can. Definitely. I
Yeah, so we need him. Yeah. We need him. If he's going to see these pitches, I mean, it's like they're literally telling him with a sign, slider away, slider away, slider away, literally all the time. And he's chasing. I know he's in the slump. Stay patient. Move the line if you have to. Watch pitches. Look for the fat one, which you need. I know you're struggling. We don't need the home run each time. Just move the line. A walk is fine here. Last night was frustrating. I wanted the Yankees to win that game.
Okay. We talked about Judge. Talk about Ohtani all the time, Mookie Betts, Soto, Stanton. Who's the best player on the field right now?
Right now,
who-
Freddie Freeman to me. But
After last night, consistently, it still would be Soto for me. You know, it would be Soto, then Ohtani, then Stanton and Betts. Giancarlo is really coming to play.
yeah, it's weird. If you're talking playoffs,
Giancarlo,
I'd probably go Betts and Giancarlo,
Mm-hmm.
which shows you how much star power is on this team, on both of these teams.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see.
Who you got for the series?
I'm sticking with the Yanks.
How many games?
7. We asked for a good night last night from Garrett Cole, and he gave it. You know what I mean? And the bullpen up to I'm just Nestor.
Yeah, Yankees in 7.
The fan in me is saying Yankees in 7 too, but I'm a little concerned, especially with Judge not hitting and being in the slump that he's in. I think for the Yankees to get it, he has to get out of that slump. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way that they can win with him hitting the way he's hitting right now.
Swinging.
Oh yeah, swinging because he's not hitting. Yeah, he's swinging.
Swinging. He's swinging right now.
Yeah. Otherwise, this might get ugly for New York. Guys, are you watching the World Series? Who you rooting for? New York or LA? Hit us up on social media. Let us know what you're thinking. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to that YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Basketball season has started, fellas. First week is in the bag. Had a lot of national televised games this week. Was there a game or games that you guys saw that just like, oh, okay, this team is here, or this team has arrived, or this is what I thought it was going to be? And I'm speaking in general because I know there was several teams that we're looking
Definitely.
at and whatnot.
The opposite, though. The opposite. Philadelphia 76ers, the opposite. I said, oh, this is what we're doing. And beating Paul George. Wherever I put Philly, I don't know if I had him. I know I had him like in the top 4. Take him out.
Had him one.
Take him out.
Had him one.
Everybody else I feel like it's too early.
Mm-hmm.
I think Atlanta's playing well. Lakers will probably get into. I know you guys are Laker fans. We'll get into that. But Philadelphia, I'm off that train.
Quickly too, and not only off that train, investigate them, please.
Not even investigate them.
I want them looking.
You know me. I'm not into forcing nobody to play basketball. So if they want to sit out, and to me at this point, Joel Embiid, you bare facing. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You don't even wear a mask, but you're robbing the 76ers at this point.
From a fiduciary standpoint, and some people betting, investigate them.
Okay,
please.
that's
Quickly.
That's a different motive.
But that's part of the
that's the
issue, 'cause
major
especially
part about it.
Since you kind of as a league have condoned betting
Right.
on our sport, and part of the sport's responsibility is make sure that there's a fair
Integrity.
yeah
That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
Integrity. And I don't think Philly had it, and I think they should be looked into. So some of this stuff for some people who went certain routes should be reversed. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real. What do we think about the Kawhi Leonard situation and Clippers? Since we're on this track,
Same thing.
Yeah, get rid of the Clippers.
but
He's hurt.
He's
hurt.
I almost wanted to just retract what I said about Joel Embiid. I don't know. Maybe he can't play. But the fact that you're telling me ahead of time that you're not going to be able to do means that you don't even think you will be able to. You know what I mean? I'd rather you just try to be out there.
I'm calling out of work next Thursday.
Right. you're going to be sick next Thursday. Like Kawhi,
Yeah,
I truly think
that's what it
Kawhi
is.
can't. I think Kawhi is hurt. I think he can't go. Maybe he could go, but not till he's not as healthy as he wants to be. He can't be the player that he wants to be. I feel like he probably could be out there, but I hate trying to guess how hurt somebody is. You know what I mean? It's very difficult.
I think any more work for Kawhi will be more damage to his body.
Right.
I think Kawhi should retire. I think he wants to play.
And I was going to ask that because, especially since he was part of the Olympic team, and then they sent him home, and my thing now is, do you think they should just say to Kawhi, "Hey, to your point, either retire or take the rest of the season off so that you can get 100% right, and next year, hey, we try to start this all over again and get you to commit to playing 82 games or get you in shape to play 82 games." And
When is his contract up, though?
Yeah, I think it should be just a write-off. I think he has a degenerative disease. I don't think this is weird. We're talking about when he landed. Was that when he got hurt with the Golden State Warriors?
Golden State in the playoffs. That was like the first injury that I recall.
Right. I think
Major injury.
yeah, and that's like what, 2014, 15?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I think because that's the first.
That was their chip.
The first chip. So
That's 14.
Yeah, that was their
No,
chip.
no, that's 15. 15.
15.
Yeah,
So
that's
9
15.
years ago, and he hasn't been right since. I mean, even when he won his championship,
he was on minutes restriction and,
Right.
and load management, heavy load management
Right.
with Toronto. And
I mean, I think we've seen his career, and I don't think you're going to get any better from what you had previous years health-wise. I think he's going to need something on a range of 45 to 50 games. And then it's a toss-up in the playoffs. I don't know if a whole year is going to matter.
Yeah, because if he sits out a whole year, when he's going to be 34 when he comes, yeah, when you get older, you just heal slower. I don't think it's going to. He can sit out 2 years. I don't think.
Yeah.
When he come back when he's 36, what do you expect then?
let me ask the same question for Embiid. Do we think that, hey, maybe he should just take a year off so that he could get 100%? Or
I don't think neither one of them will ever be at 100%.
It's over.
I just don't. I don't think neither one will be 100%. I think even when either one of them come back, I think they'll be like, okay, this is. I think in their minds, this is as good as it's going to get.
another question in regards to Embiid, I'm not going to ask any more questions about Embiid. I don't want this to be an Embiid show. But was it a mistake to allow him to play in the Olympics?
No, because he was healthy then. I think it was a mistake to extend him and Paul George.
I think it's a mistake to have them play basketball at this point.
Yeah, like Philly, you're locked in for 3 years.
That just doesn't matter. They're gonna get hurt tomorrow, next week,
Yeah.
2 months down the line. This is all three of these players. This is them.
So, because I kind of feel like, so what was he supposed to do? Not play basketball this summer?
And it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna
Like, I just feel like I never understood, like, the whole sitting out, not participating in this basketball game. How can you be the best basketball player you could be without playing basketball?
And Paul George was fine. It was a free play. The guy fell into his knee.
Yeah.
I mean, he can have those. You know,
And I'm not
situations.
blaming any of
Yeah.
these guys. It's unfortunate, but as you know, I'm thinking as putting my GM hat on, or ownership hat on.
You're just not durable.
This ain't helping me.
Yeah, you're not durable. It is what it is.
This
We see it. We know you didn't plan it. You're just not durable.
Right. So Philly, they're in a tough spot because they have 3 years of Paul George and Joel Embiid. Should try to figure this out.
OKC. Can we say enough about them?
I think they're.
I see a young, hungry team that if there was any team that I saw this week that could challenge Boston in their repeat efforts, I say it's OKC.
Yeah. I mean, I liked them, last year also. I just think they got better. I think they got better with Caruso and Hartenstein.
A head screwed on Trailblazers without Sabonis.
Yeah. With more talent.
Less nutcases. I mean,
Yeah.
more talent?
No one on that Blazers team is better than SGA.
No.
I don't think nobody on that Blazers team might be better than Holmgren. I'm
And-
projecting. 'Cause I think Holmgren's going
and
to
the
be.
Williams.
Yeah.
They
All right,
got
I'll
a
give you
couple of
that.
dogs
And
over there, man.
And then after that, the next 12.
Yeah, next 12. But still, yeah. But the top, if we were doing a draft between the Jailblazers and the Thunder, the first 3 coming off the board is on the Thunder. No disrespect. That was a good team. Scotty, Rasheed. I'm taking all of them over the other Williams and Dort.
Kemp.
Yeah.
Derek Anderson. Bonzi. Yeah. Bonzi's over Dort, right?
I don't know.
I
think Dort because he's a two-way player.
Scrappy, yeah.
I'm such a fan of Dort because I remember him sticking James Harden, doing an excellent job. But when he get the ball, you just run to the paint because he couldn't shoot. He can shoot now.
Yeah.
He got better. Go figure.
The difference is with them is a better rim protector with Hardenstein, which allows Chet to play. That's what I think that makes that team
Yeah.
bad. And the bench, it's Caruso with his intensity on defense when he's going to play.
Got Cameron Wallace.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you would want.
Isaiah Joe, like that team is just they just keep throwing people at you with talent.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Boston, OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no answer for SGA. You're playing the way I'm thinking about Brunson, you're playing SG's game. I got Brunson, Ant, and SGA. Those 3 players, you're literally figuring out from both teams that you find out later in the day, like you're playing in their game. SGA controls it so much to where it's like he's going in slow motion, but it's a 2-hand slap boards. Like it's I'm like, it's mesmerizing watching. To me, those 3 players it's like I said, the best way to put it for me is like the whole game is in their world.
Yeah, it's a lot of it to me is just like basketball IQ. You can like look at them and like they hoop. Like they hoop for real. Like this is what they do.
My off time,
Yeah,
I got sweats I'm not wearing. But Shea is, out of all of them, Shea is, it would be Shea, Brunson, and then Ant about the whole couture thing. Shea's into his whole dressing up and the monos. But he cares about basketball. You know what I mean? Like he's Kobe Bryant.
He keeps the first thing first. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I wear these clothes. I might do all this extracurricular.
Pays the bills.
But I know it's because I play basketball.
Pays the
That's
bills.
my main thing. These are my hobbies. You know what I mean? It's not the other way around. I was about to name names, but damn.
All right, fellas. First week impressions before we bounce off the NBA. First week impressions. What are your thoughts?
I haven't seen anything that's standing out from this year's draft. Still waiting. It's early, of course, but I need to know, did this draft happen so far besides Dalton Connect? So,
what about, and I know we haven't talked about, but your Memphis Grizzlies with Zach Edey. What do you guys think of Zach Edey's first couple of games?
Preseason impressed. First 2 games have been Jaja, so it's early, but I'm sure he should fit in.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good rookie season, but like any rookie that's basically drafted by a good team, it's going to, you're going to find your way in. They're just not going to roll up the ball and say, do what you want to do. So he's going to have to find his niche within the team, but I think he'll be okay.
Hey guys, did you watch the first week of the NBA? Are you excited? Just as excited about the new season that started as we are? Who are the teams that you're watching out for? Who are the players that you're watching out for? Who are the players that you need to see more from? I.e. Embiid, Paul George. Hit us up on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. And you can send us in your video questions. ask us some questions about the NBA, WNBA, MLB, even football. I'm sure. I'm sure he'll hit you up with that. Send that to weneedafifth@gmail.com. Before we head out, definitely want to give rest in peace. Shout outs to Fernando, Venezuela, LA Dodger, great pitch, former pitcher. Many people attribute him to starting the wave of Latin American players, especially pitchers in the MLB and whatnot, or at least supporting the momentum of that movement.
Shout out to Roberto Clemente. But,
Yeah. Also, rest in peace to hip hop great DJ Clark Kent.
Definitely.
Passed away this week, so just want to send our condolences, well wishes to the family, to those who've been family.
Bigger, how you figure?
Of Brooklyn's finest fame, Players Anthem fame, was it Sky's the Limit fame? Very
Source Money.
Source Money, very instrumental in Source Money.
Murray.
Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls' career, man, did a lot for the game of hip hop.
Right,
Just
Carrie
personally,
Loverboy.
two of my favorite rappers, he had an instrumental part. So, rest in peace to Clark Kent, man. You'll be missed.
And Fernando, 81.
Yeah.
Check it out. Rookie of the Year. Cy Young. Championship.
Yep.
Has to be one of the greatest MLB rookie seasons ever.
First 8 games, 7 with shutouts. .50 ERA. Oof.
Nasty.
So definitely, and recently had his I think his jersey retired at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
That happened recently. This year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So they got it done right in time before he passed. Just a reminder to everybody, hey, listen, we all have our own personal heroes, people that have motivated us, have pushed us to be better. Give them their flowers before it's too
Facts.
late. Acknowledge that their impact in your lives, whoever they may be. Fellas, what's on the radar?
Believe it or not, yeah, 2 armed forces that are undefeated, Army and Navy. Just want to see if they keep it. I know one is going against Notre Dame, which I believe is Navy today versus Notre Dame.
I think Army.
Army versus Notre Dame.
I believe. I could be wrong.
Shouts out to the armed forces. See if they be able to keep it up.
Ranked too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, to your point, Notre Dame, they have to win in order to be in consideration for the playoffs and whatnot. So it's going to be a big game. What's on the radar for you?
I guess we're just going to stay with the football theme. We'll go one level up. NFL. Kansas City Chiefs, undefeated, right? Mahomes not playing like Mahomes.
I have them fantasy.
Kelsey not playing like Kelsey, but they're finding a way. So they're just on my radar, especially with the Ravens and the Buffalo Bills.
Who are playing out of this world, and
Who
the
are
Bills are
playing
playing
so
well.
well. So
And you mentioned the Kansas City Chiefs. They just added a new addition with DeAndre Hopkins.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
you're not
it's
impressed.
just a machine. Who they are.
this isn't 22-year-old. This is 32-year-old Hopkins. We'll see.
This is all that cerebral guy. The one. I mean, you could say they added Sky Moore. They added Rasheed Rice. He makes people. This is a Brady thing we're going on with this guy.
Yeah, because they took Kareem Hunt off the street and he's looking like a all-pro running back now. So, but we'll see. No, it can be a big pickup, but there's a reason he was available.
They're a
that
machine.
People are willing to trade him.
Machine.
But yeah, Kansas City's on my radar. I'm really interested. Like I know how they're doing it, but I want to see if they can sustain this without the elite players playing elite football at this time.
And it's not. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, just doesn't bode well for the enemy.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because no offense, Washington is doing well. You know what I mean? That adds to Jaden Daniels' effect, of course. But anyway, I like the enemy.
Yeah, it's childhood.
Absolutely.
What's on my radar? NBA. I'm really locked in on that. Interested to see how the Lakers respond to a back-to-back, especially with the older players like LeBron and AD and stuff like that, and how JJ attacks that. Also interested to see Sacramento Kings. I think that's what they're playing today. See what they're doing with DeRozan and whatnot. I'm really interested to see how Golden State deals with this 12-man rotation, if that's something that they're going to consistently do, or is it sustainable for the entire season. So there's a lot of storylines there. I like Boston. It seems the revenge tour with Boston. Really want to see how this Cat and Jalen Brunson duo work out. If they figured it out, or will there still be some inconsistencies?
And there's a quiet guy down there in Orlando who's quietly making some moves down there. And KCP's down there too as well. But Paolo is strumming up wins quietly down there in Florida.
Yeah. I'm really excited about what we're seeing in the NBA. A lot of storylines to follow. Almost too many to count at this point. Almost every team has a storyline that can pique the interest. So I'm definitely there for that. Yep. Also, before I leave, 1v1 tournament in the All-Star games, NBA All-Star games. Would y'all be for that?
Yeah, they could be the best event for the weekend. Mm-hmm. That's the only one I would watch.
Hey, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys think. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Send us some videos of y'all asking us some questions so we can chop it up with you directly. You can send that to weneedafifth@gmail.com.
Also, a viewer and a friend and family member, also personal. Rest in peace to Freddie Kahn as well, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
To our fifths out there.
Peace.